Hey guys, and welcome to my bow tutorial for Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Day, we're gonna talk, and it sucks. Whee! Anyway, unlike the gun, this thing can actually, not do anything. Well, it kind of looks cool. And depending on your set, and whatnot. So like this bow has a spread shot. I think it's spread 2 or spread 1, if I'm not mistaken. And then a second shot, which you can see by little blinding gay light coming from the bow. I believe that is Pierce 3. And then the final one, unless you have load up, is Pierce 5. And that's only for this bow. That's not for all bows. Depending on the bow you have, and whether you have load up or not, if your bow can use load up. Load up is a skill that does stuff to guns and gun lances if you have one of those. So if you press B, you get to do a little backup, kind of like the light bow gun, and honestly, it looks really cool. You know, it makes you look like a bunny. And, you know, Ike thinks he's got the moves like Jagger, but he ain't got Jack. So, continuing on with our shots, it will also drain your stamina, like the hammer will, or the dual blades. So now, if you get to the third charge and you hold R, you get this like little line of, you know, where your shot's gonna arc and whatnot. And for the most part, the arrows are pretty accurate at following that line, depending on what type of shot. So like the first shot will obviously will start to lose their altitude a lot faster than a pure shot. But I don't know, maybe the shot just is fat or something, you know, more tubby shot. So you can, you know, aim around, you know, you can move around while aiming, but I don't recommend it unless, you know, you want to, you know, have a seizure by the time you're 3. But if you also notice this little circle that's on the ground, if you're at the final, where the hell did my bullet go? My arc shot disappeared. Well, that was weird. Well, let's ignore that. Move on. That is what you call an arc shot. Now, each different type of bow has a different arc shot. You have a focus shot, you have a blast shot, and you have a wide shot, I think. And there might be another. The redheaded stepchild of bows. This one has a burst shot, meaning that it does explosion damage when it connects with the ground. And other than that, it's pretty cool. You can launch people out of the way, except for, you know, a shot won't really do that. Now, what's really cool in this game is that bows can actually boost coatings. It'll give like a multiplier to the coating. Coatings are like bullets for bows, but they're a lot more plentiful, and each one does different things. You have power, close range, exhaust, paras, poison, slime, and paint. I believe those are all of those that are in this game, at least. Slime is pretty fun one to use, I guess. It's a set amount of slime per shot. Same with para, depending on if you have status up or not. Element attack up. Well, element is based off your bow. I don't know if bows actually come with status shots, other than like the Warflare Demolisher coming with slime, but slime isn't really much of a thingy. But we will move on. So this one does dragon. This is the Elatrion bow, if you guys didn't know. It's called the Altheos Incanius. And it's pretty badass. And it's pretty fun to use. But, so, we're going to go find the monster. And I am going to break down each of the different coatings. Power coatings, they're pretty straightforward. They're really good. In most situations, it boosts the raw damage of your bow by 50%, I think it is. It's a pretty significant bonus. But most of the really good bows that have really nice raw damage don't use power coatings, but you can use skills like power coating up or whatever to force your bow into using it, which doesn't really make much sense, considering that shouldn't matter what bow you use, because it's really the arrow it's affecting. Maybe the bow is just, being a bitch that day. It doesn't want to use power coating. But, whatever. So if you notice, my slime coating is highlighted in red. That means I get a boost from using it, meaning that my slime damage is more effective, so it'll take less to get off an explosion using slime coatings. Poison, sleep, and para are practically the exact same as the shots, except for they don't have different levels of coatings. They all do a set amount, depending on if you have, say, exhaust will cause the monster to lose its stamina a lot faster, and it'll also do knockout damage if you happen to land a few hits on the head. I don't know how prevalent that is. I don't know how much exact KO damage it'll do, but I'm pretty sure it's not as much as, say, a hammer or a hunting horn smack to the face. But you never know. Also, arc shots, if they also land on the head, will also do KO damage. So that's a really nice, fun way to KO a monster. And paint shots, everyone should know what paint shots do. They're basically like paintballs, but they suck. All they do is take up inventory space. That's all they're good for. If you want to, hold something in your inventory, boom, paintball. That's pretty much all it is. It's just a marker. And I believe that covers everything about the coatings. Now we're going to talk about the different types of shots. So like I said a little bit earlier, there are 3 different types of shots in the game for bows. You have pierce, you have rapid, and you have spread. Depending on the level determines how many arrows shoot out and the damage of the arrows that are fired. So like pierce 3 versus a 5, I believe it does slightly more damage, and it's able to hit more of the monster's hit zones than the lower levels. And spread gains 2 bullets for every 2 levels, I believe. Maybe not. I have no clue. I think it starts at 3, and then when you get to 4 to 5, which is the last 2. Oh. Well, I gotta rethink this. I think I've been wrong the entire time. No, my brain stuffs. Well, this is what I get for recording at 3 in the morning. No, come back at Raytheon. Ah! Spread. I personally use spread if the monster is very wide, or if he's turned to his side. That really gets them a lot. Pierce. Kind of like, if I put it in bowgun perspective, Pierce is, well, a Pierce bullet. Rapid is like normal, and spread is like pellets, except for they're a lot less obnoxious. And I totally did not see where the Raytheon was going. But it doesn't matter. We will go to 8. We will ignore the magic man in my ear. There's nothing but bugs. Nothing but bugs. Probably the most useful shots in the for the bows, in my opinion, I'd probably say I use rapid more than any of them. Pierce is really nice, but sometimes it can be a little clunky, especially if you end up missing a monster, not being able to hit all of its stones. With normal or with rapid shots, it'll shoot out like it'll shoot out a few arrows vertically. With spread, it'll shoot it out horizontally, and with Pierce, it's just a single shot or a single arrow. And Ike is about to die over there and make me look bad, make me look awesome. I'm pretty sure that is all about the bow. Don't think I am forgetting anything. With an armor skills, I think that's it. Armor skills. Load up. You could use load up for a good armor skill. Focus works wonders. Load up can be a little bit tricky though, because sometimes you don't want that last shot. Sometimes it's actually weaker than the third shot. But also, well, that's a good way to end this. Spazzing out the camera. Get like Pierce up, normal up, or spread up, or get silver bullet like Ike said has, or supposed to have, but he can't get the right talisman, which boosts all the different types of shots, which are really good for him. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this bow tutorial. Thank you guys for being so awesome. And special thanks to Ike the Scrub, because he was here and he made me feel less lonely. So, bye-bye.